Hey, what's up guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to It Ever Same. So this week is storytime week and I figured, well, my life's not very interesting, hence why I'm not a storytime YouTuber, and I figured I would just put a bunch of stories in one. I don't know what I'm doing with my fucking hands, hello. But anyways, I figured I would just throw in a bunch of stories. I don't have any good stories that are long enough for one video, other than one about my fuckboy ex, but that's gonna be a separate video on my channel. Ooh. So I guess the first story we'll start off with is one about me being in school, and everyone has stories about school, and I have a shit ton, but they're not very good, I guess. I don't know. But one that I remember very clearly is, so I was really obsessed with Breaking Bad at the time, and I was like probably 12 or 13 when this happened, and I had this choir teacher, and she was a mega cunt. I hated her. I fucking despised this bitch. She made me want to start doing meth. I hated her with a fucking passion. The only reason I took choir is because the friends I had at the time were the only friends I had, and I didn't want to have any other classes alone, so I took it because of them. So basically what she would do is, if you were gone for a week, or if you were gone for a week or even a few days, she would give you this big ass thing that you had to do in front of the entire class. And I have like really bad anxiety, and I'm not saying that just to be fucking trendy, I genuinely have it. So I always got out of doing presentations, and my teachers were always usually really understanding about it. So I told her, I'm like, I'm not very comfortable with that, I'll do extra stuff, blah blah blah. And she's like, no, you gotta fucking do it. And I'm like, okay bitch, alright. Your girl didn't do it, and that was fine. So she gave me a hard time basically for the next few months because I never did it, and I wasn't failing the class, so I didn't really give a shit. And the songs we sang were retarded. I fucking hated it. I wanted to neck myself with a goddamn rope. I wanted to hang myself with glitter rope so I could go out in style. It was just fucking terrible. I hated that class so much. That is one thing I regret about school. Fucking hated it. So she was just really mean to me. She would always randomly call on me in class. If I was like looking down and tying my shoe or something, she'd be like, "What the fuck is the answer?" And I didn't know what to say, so I'd be like, "I don't fucking know, bitch." I didn't really say that, but I wanted to. Me and my friends were talking about Breaking Bad, and I'm like, well, yeah, the choir teacher totally sells meth. Like, look at her. She looked like a fucking female version of Heisenberg, and it was just fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna show a picture because this bitch already hates me, so why even add to it? I don't fucking know. I said she sold meth as a joke, and a bunch of these little girls, and we were like 12, 13-year-olds. Now I feel bad about it, but at the time I didn't because I thought I was being funny. So all these girls got really fucking salty with me, like saltier than a bag of fucking Lay's chips, bitch. So they went and told the choir teacher, and she pulls me aside. "I like the rumor you started about me. That's very nice. I'm gonna lose my job now." She didn't really talk like that. She had like that really bitchy, like, I need to speak to a manager voice, and she had that fucking haircut too, and it made me want to fucking kill myself. So I go to the principal's office, and I'm on the verge of suspension, and this teacher's about to lose her job, and they're literally investigating this shit, thinking that she literally fucking sold meth. There they go, about to suspend me, and then I come out and say, I'm like, I was just joking, which I've been saying for the past like few hours I was in that damn office, and all these kids were like, she was just joking, blah blah blah, and all these girls were like, no, she was fucking dead serious. I didn't know what to do. I was fucking freaking out because at that time I've never really been in trouble before, and they ended up calling my mom, and my mom pretty much just laughed in their faces, and they explained I was watching too much Breaking Bad, and that's pretty much the story. I'm not your typical storytime YouTuber. I don't fuck with that shit. My life's not interesting. I literally stay in my room all day and read books, because I'm a fucking nerd. Alright, so the next story is, I don't know which one to tell. Fuck a duck, screw a kangaroo. Off topic, but I've been watching The Matrix for the past like 3 days, and last night I had this dream. Oh, this can be a miniature story. Oh my god. So I had this dream last night. I binge watched all the fucking Matrix movies because those are some of my favorite movies. And I had this dream, and I was beating the shit out of Neo from The Matrix. And I don't know why I just say Neo from The Matrix. I don't know why I just don't fucking say Neo, but I think I blame Destery for that because I think he did that in one of his videos, so thanks bitch. So I was beating the fucking shit out of him. Like, I was doing all the Matrix shit, like all that slow motion ass shit, and it was really weird. I don't know what else to add. That was just pretty much it. I guess the next story will be about how me and my friend used to hang out at Jeffrey Dahmer's old house when we were little, which is really fucked up. So basically, we lived in Doylestown, Ohio, which, if you don't know where that is, it's just a small town. I loved living there. It was my favorite place to live. So Jeffrey Dahmer lived in a house there when he was a kid, and he like killed animals and all sorts of shit there. And we were probably like 7 or 8, and my friend Sierra, she doesn't give a shit if I talk about this. I guarantee it. We were still best friends. I love her to pieces. She's my little freckle-faced bitch. So the house basically had a swing in the backyard, and no one lived there at the time, so we were always hanging out there. And my dad told us whose house it was, and we were like, what the fuck is creepy? And I mean, we didn't really understand it because we were like 7 or 8 years old, so we just kind of chilled there. And always, like, the vibes felt so weird there. I hated it, but it was just kind of fun anyways, because, you know, we felt like we were rebels. Like, and then we lived, after we moved out of Doylestown, we were kind of close to Bath, Ohio, which is where he committed his first murder. And again, I didn't really hang out there. I've just been there, and it was honestly really creepy. Like, the vibes there were 10 times worse than like one of his childhood homes. And I think he was in Wisconsin or something afterwards. I'm not 100% sure. I know he grew up in the one in Doylestown, and he committed his first murder in the one in Bath. We were really weird kids, and my mom still questions what the fuck was wrong with us, and my dad's gone, but I'm pretty sure he's like, they're fucking weird. Not really a story, but I seen Slayer one time in concert, and I crowd surfed, and I got dropped on my head, and the same thing happened when I seen Attila, and yeah. I don't really like Attila at all. I was just there because, and I have no reason. I don't like that pussy shit really, but I don't know. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so I catfished my... Wow, we're starting off good. Wonderful. So I dated this guy, and I'm not going to say his name because we're not really friends anymore, but we grew up together and we still talk here and there, and we were really young. So we were probably like 11 or 12 when this happened. And basically what I did was I googled like scene girls and emo girls and shit because I thought, you know, that was like the in thing. Like everyone was like dyeing their hair like bright ass fucking Smurf blue and shit with like purple tips. No, that's kind of ugly. Anyways, so I googled all sorts of like emo girls and stuff, and I made this profile, and I was dating this kid at the time. Well, let's call him Neo, bitch. So I was dating Neo from The Matrix, and he always had a thing for Sierra, so I was always nervous that he was like cheating on me with Sierra or something. So I made a fake Facebook, and I added Neo from The Matrix on Facebook.com, and this girl, the picture I was using, I think it was Brooke L. Bones, which was... She's like so pretty now. I love her to pieces. Her makeup's like A1, like fuck my ass, Brooke L. So I make a fake Facebook and I add him and I start talking to him and I start hitting on him and shit. I'm like, yo, what's up, homie? Which is so fucking stupid. Like, I was a complete idiot, but I was young. I didn't know any better. So he was hitting on me and all sorts of stuff. So I'm like, alright, I got this shit. So, and I had the town set, lived in so-and-so town, I'm not gonna say where, even though it doesn't really fucking matter. He's like, well, we should meet up sometime. I'm like, yeah, that sounds totally cool. Like, oh my god, fuck my ass. I didn't really say that, but, so I told him, I'm like, yeah, let's totally meet up, you know. So we met up at this park, and I stood there, and I was waiting, and just waiting, and the town we were in, my grandma lived there, and I was always over there, because I like hanging out with my grandma. And my boyfriend at the time lived there, and I was very close to my friends. I moved a lot as a kid. Off topic. So I was always there, and there was a park right down the street that we met up at. And he had no idea that this was me at the time. And I can't remember what name I picked for this emo girl. I just think it was Raven, because... you know, Teen Titans, fuck yeah. So, Neo from The Matrix is walking towards me. And he's like, well, Hannah, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, nothing. Just waiting for someone. And my 12-year-old ass was like, they're here. So, Neo from The Matrix just kind of sits there, and I'm like, well, you know, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I just came to see you. I seen you were here. And I'm like, yeah, sure you are Neo from the fucking Matrix. So basically then I just exposed his ass, and we still continued to date. It was really weird. And then I found out... This is so dumb. Sierra, if you're watching this, I forgive you. I love you. I don't care about this anymore. Basically, Sierra was always with me, and she got on my Facebook one time, and she was messaging Neo from The Matrix. I almost said his name. And she was sending him all like these like cute little lovey-dovey texts and all sorts of shit. And she was like, well, I'll just delete the messages and I'll delete the chat so Hannah doesn't see it. It's okay, Neo from The Matrix. I love you too. And we're like 11, I think. So I get on my Facebook and I see all these messages. I'm like, what the fuck, Neo from the fucking Matrix, you fucking goon. I called him and I exposed his ass again. And he's like, I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I'm like, no, fuck you. And then it was over. Alright. I had disappeared again, so sorry for the random jump cut. I don't remember where the fuck I was, but that's pretty much the end of the story. Like I said, I'm not good with stories. I'm not a storytime YouTuber. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna talk about today. I'll save more for some other time. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel along with mine if you really want to. If you want to see more of my chubby, gross face with a red dot right there, if you can even see it, I don't fucking know. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to thumbs this shit up and follow me on social media and all that fun shit. Anyways, alright, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.